is inside the centre square. Kicks long to Riewoldt on the lead. Up he goes. Bounced off his chest, met very solidly by Charman. Got to his feet okay. Dulcetto was clever. Got it to Milne. Milne goes long. And I think he's kicked the goal. He has. He's got the hard one.
Riewoldt, the contest got absolutely smashed by Charman. I think it was coming back on him. But this is a genuine contest.
But he takes two players.
And that is a free kick.
All day long.
That is almost more than a free kick from Jamie Charman. But look, what's happened is that Chris Johnson now has an opponent. His name's Stephen Milne. Johnson hasn't touched the footy. Milne's kicked a goal.
So the Saints hit the front. Look at this, Gary Lyon. Your thoughts?
I mean, you just can't do it. It's a free kick at best, and we looked at it again. You can't just keep running through a bloke like that.
Yeah, that'll get looked at in the week.
That'll be looked at, no doubt about it. In the meantime, look at this. 5 consecutive goals to St Kilda. They've hit the front for the first time since the 22-minute mark of the first quarter. St Kilda in front at the Gabba. They've lost their last 10 by an average of 10 goals here. They've turned it on in the third term. Now, though, it's at half forward for the Brisbane Lions. Goddard gets the sweeping handball out. Oh, it's intercepted. Brennan's intercepted as well. It's hot out there at the moment. Thompson to Del Santo. Del Santo out wide. Aussie Jones looks up. He needs Riewoldt. And he keeps going. Nick Riewoldt. Oh, he just couldn't quite get there and he's hurt himself.
Shoulder. He's done a shoulder.
He's done a shoulder. He's hurt himself. The AC joint. He looks in all sorts of trouble. We'll go to the dock in a moment. But diving at full stretch, Nick Riewoldt. Oh, can you believe it?
Jeez, right at a time when they have got them everywhere.
And Scott has just run in and crunched him on the shoulder.
And Michael did it before him.
They both softened him up off the play. 100 metres off the play. Nick Riewoldt standing there. Scott and Michael went up and crunched that right shoulder. It's like watching the wrestling.
And it's a brutal game, and that is gamesmanship. And Nick Riewoldt won't be whinging about it.
So,
well, he should. That's outside the rules. The ball was 40, 50 metres.
I was watching elsewhere. They went to work on the shoulder.
In the meantime, Stephen Milne has taken the mark from 45 metres out. This will hurt Brisbane. And he has hurt them in the best possible way with his third goal.
I haven't seen it either. It depends, I guess, how vigorous it is. He's coming off the ground, Nick Riewoldt. This is sensational stuff.
Michael missed him, or just got a glancing blow on him, but it was like bumping practice at training. But Scott got him.
Here we go.
On.
So there's the stretch. He hit his head as well, Nick Riewoldt. And instantaneously, you can see the grimace.
This might be it here. That's okay.
That's one.
That's okay.
Well, Hamill has a go, and then bang.
That's probably the one there.
There's a lesson to be learned there. Don't show the Brisbane boys where you hurt.
Like a disciplined tag team. Get back in the middle.
They went to work on the shoulder.
Harvey gets it away. No implements in sight. A long ball from Del Santo. Going back, it's missed down there by Leppich. Whistle, and I think Leppich is going to get a free kick. Scott and Hamill are now 50, and the umpires need to grab this one quickly. Thompson said he was taken high.
Didn't go to the ball.
Wants to be dusted for Prince. It was
trying to take his
close.
chest mark, and you bumped him to the ground.
Someone's got to step up now for the Saints.
Absolutely.
You know that Brisbane will keep coming.
I think he missed him.
I think he might have missed it. Chris Scott might still be going, I reckon. But gee, someone's got to take up the lead from the captain.
Well,
I reckon he missed him.
It's got plenty. They've been at it all night. Leppich, meantime, penetrating kick. Ackland getting back to the first on it, charging in McGough. He slung it out somehow. Hodgson kept his head to Harvey. Harvey comes short to Geary. Deep in defence, Fraser Gehrig lays it off to Jones. Harvey on the burst in characteristic fashion. Peels off from half-back, kicks to half-forward. It's personal down there. Scott to his own advantage. Clears the zone with a long bomb from behind. A big leap from Pike. Fell in front. Spoils come to Harvey once more. Feeds it back to Jones. Jones swings it to the other side. Fiora can take it and go. Well, he missed it initially, but now he's going. One bounce. It should be an umpire. Hard against the boundary line. Goes in very short. Milne missed it. And the ball crosses the boundary line as we go down to the dock.
Yeah, Nick Riewoldt in a fair bit of trouble, Dennis. Look, he got the hit from Charman, which originally injured the shoulder when he got collided, and he didn't get the free kick. And then, of course, we've seen the second hit when he landed. So it is an AC joint, not the shoulder joint. They're just wrapping him up a little bit. They'll take him into the rooms, and it looks like they're probably going to give him an injection into around the collarbone. So an AC joint injury, but he'll be struggling the rest of the night, no doubt.
So, Pete, just to go through that one, we'll come back to you in a moment. You reckon it was the Charman initial contact, and then it was exacerbated by the fall taking the mark?
No doubt, Eddie. He hurt his shoulder in the Charman contact first time.
In the meantime, Darryl White through the middle of the Gabba. Up he goes towards Pike. It's punched away. Hudson, resolute. Oh, he got to half Nelson there, Dean. Picked up by Brennan.
Beautifully.
Left foot kick at the goal. He's put it through.
Good take.
What a game we've got on our hands. 3 to Brennan.
Still on. I think it was Chris Johnson who laid the big tackle over there on the half-forward flank.
Great tackle though, wasn't it? You two just thought he was away.
They still going. They should just be locked in a cage and say, off you go, you two. No backward steps there.
Keep the cameras rolling on that.
But the other end of the ground, it was the Chrissy Johnson tackle that turned the footy over, and Brennan's kicked his third goal. Justin Kaczynski's a man here, boys, for the Saints. He's the bloke who's got to put his hand in the air.
Well, it's been amazing between this pair. They've been nose to nose moments ago.
Just on what you were saying though, Dennis, when you said when Mel Michael came in and thrust the shoulder into Nick Riewoldt, he said somebody's got to stand up here. Unless somebody stands up and does something physical, look, this is a brutal industry. They will keep doing it.
Hamill's still at it. But
He pulls the greatest face, doesn't he, Chris Scott? Like he's just had a wasabi shooter.
A little bit of push and shove there.
about the push and shove. This is the game here. Kaczynski's the man.
Kaczynski, 25 metres and slice. He's missed it. He's missed it. You've got to take every chance. It's becoming that sort of game now.
That's 4 that missed this quarter.
Not up to scratch.
Make life difficult for St Kilda is that Chris Johnson has gone forward for Brisbane because he was being dragged back. His tackling pressure on the forward line is a big dust-up. There he is, the man I'm talking about. He's down there to cause some problems and put some defensive pressure on.
Pike and Johnson. Pike has just slung Thompson to the ground in a big headlock off the ball.
Well, I can tell you Ed Lappin's kicked the goal. But going on.
Look at the jumper there.
He's the best, Eddie. Chris Johnson is the best at getting up someone's nose. He grabbed 2 St Kilda players in. Now all that means is there's a free Brisbane player running around on your forward line. Now this is the question's being asked Dermot of the St Kilda Footy Club right here. Is that they got their nose in front when their big skipper was out there. He's gone off, they kicked 2 goals, there's a bit of argy-bargy going on. How are they going to respond?
Well, even Inspector Clouseau would know somebody grabbed him.
Have a look at this.
Got 2 there, that means there's a free player somewhere.
They've
like
turned
the
this
Hulk.
jumper into the Roger Voudouris jumper.
He is looking like the Hulk. He's a He-Man out there, Chris Johnson. And Johnson gets a new jumper on centre wing, as you can see. And it is on.
Saints have got to respond, Eddie. They need to respond right now, or this game will get away from them.
It's all Brisbane's physical intimidation here. They must make a stand here.
Brisbane have kicked the last 2 of the game. They're at the front. Selwood got the handball going. There's Johnson again. He put one high. Bicep play on. Hamill, like a raging bull, in there, tries to knock it out. Over the top comes Johnson again. It's hard in the trenches. Schwartz is held up. He didn't try to get it out. But the umpire was at the back of the pack. We'll have a bounce.
Aaron Hamill made just a little statement.
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Gabba. That is the story of the night. Nick Riewoldt off the ground halfway through the 3rd quarter with an injured shoulder. And it looks like he will play no further part. That's the story of the night. This is the story so far.